All right, guys, welcome to the show. The stars, Ashton and Fedor.
Hey, everybody.
Hey, guys. Ashton, say hi, man. Say hi. All right. All right. Hey, Health Board, second meeting on YouTube.
On YouTube, second meeting. They changed the format up a little bit. It's just one camera view now, and there's no camera on the people speaking or
Yeah.
microphone.
Yeah. I actually liked it better the other way.
Yeah,
It actually
I
puts
can-
those people
Yeah, I can
accountable.
see pros and cons
Yeah.
to both because the first one, the camera angles were real close. You could really see the people, but you couldn't see the reactions of the other people and how they were acting when some were speaking. So
Yeah, yeah. I
But
liked it though, but
the microphones were they weren't as good this time, but still.
oh yeah.
At least they're on
yeah.
YouTube, right?
Yeah, yeah, and that's a good thing. That's a really good thing.
Finally,
yeah, they did something really good.
Well, the fact that they're on YouTube, you can begin to see now the division.
Yeah, not only the division and who kind of wants what they want. You know what I mean? Like Ceramian's going in a different direction. It looks like with Mr. Herrera, and it looks like Nelson's kind of with them. And then you see Gallardo and Avalos.
Right.
And Avalos just seems like she just follows along.
To me, it looked like those three were saying, "Okay, look, we're the health board, and we need to do health board business."
Yeah.
Whereas Letty was there, and she's talking about the school board. And
Yeah, she just pops off with that stuff.
Yeah, and she's mentioning the school board. That
School
they
board
have-
has the most money.
Yeah, who has the most money? Which
Who cares? Why are you saying that at a meeting?
yeah, say that at a school board meeting. Not
Yeah.
go to a school board meeting and say that there.
Yeah.
So they keep bringing up other things that we've heard, talking points that we've heard at council meetings from.
Yeah, so she seems to follow what her brother-in-law, the mayor, and her sister say.
Yeah, it sure seems like they have.
They all kind of say the same thing.
Right. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, no, that was an interesting meeting.
Yeah, so it seemed like the purpose of this meeting, or the big part of this meeting, was to figure out how are they going to be giving the money away. They had an ad hoc committee, they said, with 2 members.
Right.
And the lawyer was talking about it. And you know what? The lawyer kind of gave the spew on what the money's supposed to be legally used for. And, you could say words to try to get it, which is what they've done in the past. But I think if you follow what he says, it's a no-brainer.
No, he did a lot of talking. He did a really good job of explaining it. It wasn't in legalese. It was, just plain,
Yeah.
spoken.
So you see what's happened, though. They stretched a lot of stuff, man. Paintings, dishwasher.
Well, yeah,
all that
they're
stuff.
trying to stretch it into public safety. No.
Well, into many things. So one of the things that Mrs. Gallardo says is that the money is for the citizens of Selma and for what they are asking for. And then she mentions that everything falls under healthcare. So basically, you can
Yeah.
give money out for anything,
Yeah,
and that's not what it's for. That's when they stretch it.
Yeah, she did say that, in my opinion. Well, and I'll correct her too. It's not for this, just for the citizens of Selma.
Yeah.
There are parts of Parlier in there. So and actually, Danny Cerimian actually said that. He said, for Selma and parts of Parlier. So
Yeah. Now Cerimian's doing really, to me, he's doing pretty good up there.
I think they're moving in a good direction. They actually gave basically a shout out to us.
Yeah, they were
about calling them the welfare office.
Yeah. He was offended that, that you said
Good.
that.
If you're offended, hey,
Do
good.
something about it.
Quit being the
Quit being the welfare office.
So, anyways, I think they're moving in a good direction. They said they wanted to cap the smaller grants.
Yeah. So if I remember right, $5,000
Right.
caps up to 50 grand. So it's like 10 of them.
Right, per year.
Yeah, but they kept on bringing, and then there was the president of the animal shelter was there, and they kept bringing that up. Now, it was hard to hear her.
Yeah, she wasn't. It wasn't
Yeah,
mic'd up well.
I didn't catch her name, but I thought, to be honest, she was ridiculous, man. To me, I don't want them spending a dime at the animal shelter. They kept on trying to. It looked like they were kind of trying to appease Mrs. Gallardo and the animal shelter, like, hey, come next time. You're welcome to come and
Right.
come in December for the next meeting, but because they've shot, it seems like they were saying they shot you down because Mr. Herrera mentions cleaning supplies, and you were there at a meeting when they brought up payroll, gas money, and
Right.
dog food, right?
Right. Yep.
So they brought that money up, and they got shot down.
Yep.
So why would they even come back in December unless they're going to try to word it differently?
Unless they're just
That's what
changing.
I, yeah.
Well, and
That's what
again,
I'm afraid of.
remember, this is Selma Health Board money, right? Well, Selma Healthcare District, which takes care of part of Parlier and then, you know, the greater Selma area. Where are those dogs and cats from? They're from all over, right? They're from Fowler, they're from Kingsburg, they're from Selma.
Yeah, people have been saying Kingsburg and Fowler, so I don't know if they get money for that or not.
Well, it doesn't matter. If that money's going to Second Chance Animal Shelter, then are we tracking that money and making sure that none of the money that our tax dollars go to is being spent on a Fowler or a Kingsburg animal?
And no, that's true. And then also, it seemed like that kind of took up a majority of the meeting, talking about Second Chance.
They did talk about Second Chance a lot.
Yeah, so as a taxpayer, and those guys are probably going to watch this, as a taxpayer, I don't want them spending money, giving money to Second Chance.
Right.
From
the health board.
From the health board, yeah.
Right.
Second Chance, it's a good thing. No one says it's a bad thing, but taking it from our health board,
right,
in some of our eyes, and now it's more and more people are seeing it, and they're getting upset.
Good, yeah, good.
And
now, what's interesting about that is that I don't know why they're not going back to the city council and asking.
Bingo, Mr. Trio, remember that?
Yep.
Mr. Trio had a meeting when they were going back and forth, and if I remember right too, they took a lot of heat because there was a natural assumption.
That's when the natural assumption came out. That's when Mayor Robertson was, it's a natural assumption, blah, blah, blah. You got all huffy puffy.
Yeah.
But what John Trujillo said, and if you would have listened to him, and he actually said it, he said, maybe we're not giving the animal shelter enough money.
Yep.
And so he was basically saying, hey, we need to look at this. Maybe we need to give them more money.
Yeah, they should. They should go down to the city council meeting instead of trying to take it from our health board. See what happens when they started that crap a long time ago. So now they just continue it. And you can see the kind of like the push for it and for Mrs. Gallardo for whatever reason. But no, man, no.
Well, yeah,
it doesn't pass the smell test.
You know, one thing, and we need to talk about this. Okay, this is a very touchy subject. But we need to talk about it because lies and half-truths, misinformation is going out there, okay? They brought up this terrible incident that happened with the guy being mauled to death by the dogs, and they're politicizing this.
Yes, I didn't like that either.
No, this is a tragedy that happened. And they do what you can for the family, but have respect. Don't turn this into a political.
Yeah, because Gallardo brings it up.
Yes, she
and
does.
And then Second Chance.
So does Second Chance. Now I'll tell you what the Second Chance. I wrote it down. So the Second Chance president says, talking about that situation that happened with that, these types of situations can be prevented with better vaccinations, better education, better training, spay and neuter programs. None of those would have prevented this.
And if I remember right, the 3 board members told Mr. Gallardo that. And that lady, I believe.
Yeah, and they were, I don't know who that gal is. At the end of that meeting, it's an hour and 20 minutes, I think it is.
Yeah, it's not very long.
At the end of that meeting, that gal was actually arguing back and forth with the board members.
Yeah, and let me say this: if I was on that board,
shut it down.
Yeah. First of all, you're not getting crap from me if I was on that board.
Ever
Second chance.
Right?
Yeah, it's never going to happen. As a matter of fact, I would really question you hard on it.
Right.
But they've been allowed to, is why they keep coming.
Right.
Second of all, if she started arguing or saying, going back and forth, you're done. You're just done.
That's it.
Yeah, you got to have respect to the decision makers.
And I get it. The MC or the president she doesn't have one more meeting left. Let's just let it go type deal. And I understand that.
Yeah, and everybody's different. Some of them are a little bit. Some presidents are hard nosed.
Right.
Some of them aren't. So it is what it is.
So anyway, that was a board meeting, hour and 20 minutes, I think. But if you want to see where the Second Chance gal was talking, it starts at 50 minutes, 30 seconds in. Here was something that I thought was kind of funny about the whole thing. An hour and 10 minutes in, let the answers her phone.
Oh my gosh.
I mean, let the answers her phone.
Talk about disrespect,
yeah,
man.
and I'm looking at that going, what in the world? And I'm watching, And I think from what it sounded like, and I think she actually said that at the end was that that was Mrs. Avalos, that was Lorraine, because she had forgotten about the meeting or something. So,
Oh man.
But anyway, and
Wow.
Lorraine does show up like 3 or
Why-
4 minutes before the meeting's over. Type
Why
deal.
even go?
Yeah,
And she's calling her
Well-
her ally.
yeah. So, anyway, that was interesting. They did set a date tentative for October 13th for another special meeting. They're trying to iron out their.
So I do like what they're trying to do. I think they should cut those 10 grants out though. Don't appease anybody. That's what they're doing with the hey, second chance, come back. And somebody from the audience mentions, well, maybe mental health when kids go help. Come on, man, stop stretching it.
Right.
It's ridiculous. Why are you appeasing certain people?
Right, right. And again, we animal shelter. I love animals, but that's not.
No, I
what
do too.
This money is for.
So the breakdown of how everything happens is when people actually bullshit the
That's what it is,
people
man.
on boards bullshit the people.
That's it.
What Letty's doing with the everything's health related and the animal shelter coming for that, that's bullshitting the people, in my opinion.
It's just half
Oh,
truths, and just
man.
because they say you say a lie enough, and eventually it becomes truth, right? Well, that's
Yeah.
sorry. We're here to expose that.
Oh yeah, dude. Yeah, and then Letty's running. So people don't know though. I mean, if they would have put these videos on a year ago, she would have
Right.
really been exposed. Now she's starting to get exposed, but 100 people here and there.
Okay, so Letty's running for District 1 in a 3-way race with Marina Mares,
Modest.
Erlinda Martinez,
Okay.
and then Leticia Gallardo.
Lardo. So you got Letty, and then so Marina would be really good. She might actually come on next couple
Okay,
days.
cool. Yeah.
And so Marina would be good, challenging Letty. The other gal, would you say Martinez?
Erlinda Martinez.
Never heard of her. Haven't seen anything.
Yeah.
Nothing. I mean, there's nothing out there.
So and then Anthony Herrera, he's running unopposed, so he's
already in.
He's
yeah.
back in. Seremian's halfway through his first term, and
Nelson
Avalos is halfway through her,
Oh man,
her
Avalos,
term.
please hurry up and get out.
So now, the 5th district though is an interesting one because we have Rosemary Alanese
Oh man.
and Yolanda Torres. These are two polar opposites.
Polar opposites. So Torres is basically Gallardo. It's going to be
It-
that way, in my opinion.
Right.
Alanese is going to be more like
Oh yeah, Alanese is going to be
Cutthroat.
like, hey,
Yep.
hang on a second.
do what you're supposed to
Yeah,
do.
she's
Don't be stretching that shit.
yeah,
And that's what's going to happen when Alanese gets in. So there is the difference,
There's a
Oh,
there's a
man.
huge difference in that one. So it's fun to watch, man.
I love it.
They're finally on YouTube, and
Yeah. It is kind of sad though, because you see, they should have been on YouTube years ago.
Correct.
When they had Mrs. Gallardo's sister was the president. I remember her coming to a board meeting and everybody's got to be on social media, on YouTube or whatever.
Right.
But yet she was the president of that,
and nothing.
and it didn't happen.
Yeah.
And they would have been exposed
Ooh.
back then. As a matter of fact, I think Seremian is behind this being on YouTube.
Could very well.
I mean, but Herrera and Nelson are going to let it
Mhm.
happen.
Yeah.
But man, so I don't know Mr. Seremian. I like what he's been saying. He's doing good in my opinion.
Yeah, they're turning the ship around. You can't turn it around on a dime.
Yeah.
They are heading in that direction, and I like the direction they're heading
Yeah.
because it's our tax dollars. The other thing is, because they're doing these, they call them micro grants. I think they were calling them.
Yeah, that's what they call
$5,000 cap. Then they're going to have a bigger reserve, so they can do more bigger projects, right? And then they can
Bigger
partner with
help.
other people.
Yes.
And do a matching grant or put out. I can't remember what they called it. I didn't write it down.
Or help with the mental health wing of a hospital or
Anything.
something like
they
that.
they put out a request, saying, hey, we want to do something in the mental health area. And then they put out a request. So anybody who's out there who says, hey, you know what, we're in mental health, we want to do a project in Selma. Let's partner with Selma, healthcare district, and let's get something done. So you get more bang for your buck, which is exactly what the attorney had said. So
Yeah,
I
man,
like the direction it's going.
Yeah, me too. And it's about time.
Yeah, no, it's about time that we do that instead of buying dishwashers for dog bowls.
Oh my God, dude.
Right.
Paintings. So let's talk about that really, really quick. Under Mrs. Gallardo, because she's running. Under her, she's been there when they gave over $60,000 for the truck, the animal shelter truck. Shame on her and the other people on that board.
Yeah,
at the
shame on
time.
that whole board, yeah.
That whole board. Yeah, over $60,000, man. Then the dishwasher for dog bowls, washer and dryer for dog towels. Shame on you guys for that. And then Second Chance came a couple months ago when you were there asking for payroll money.
Right, payroll, yeah.
You know what? And I hate to, I know it looks like we're probably attacking Second Chance, but don't be coming for our health board money, man.
Right.
That's actually offensive when I think about the sick and the elderly and the disabled.
Right.
You know, come on, that's a stretch, and shame on you guys. I mean, but Gallardo's been there for all that stuff, man, giving it to pretty much, like she says, everything. Everything. Now, I wonder if all her constituents knew that. If you went to everybody, every voter in her area and said, hey, she supported that truck with your health board money, and she supported dishwasher for dog bowls, and then you told them, hey, that's health board money. You know, shouldn't it be used for the sick and the elderly, you know, to help the hospitals? Or, you know what? She would. I don't think she would win that debate. She couldn't win that debate. So they win. She's been able to kind of springboard it because no one was paying attention and it wasn't on YouTube like it is now.
And all of that is just fact. That's not even bringing into account the family tree.
Oh yeah, the tie-ins, man. Check out the tie-in though. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No,
man.
no,
I'm
go
just
ahead,
getting excited. So the tie-in. So when her sister, remember when they removed Dr. Louis as president years ago.
Right.
The next in line was Mrs. Gallardo as a treasurer, but she didn't do it. She should have been the president or tried to take it over, but she didn't. She nominated her sister,
Right.
the mayor's wife, Rose Robertson. She nominated her. She became president. Now, the majority at that time then became Mrs. Gallardo, Rose Robertson, and Lorraine Avalos. Well, guess what was happening at on the city council at that time? Mrs. Robertson's husband, Scott Robertson, her other sister, Sarah Guerra, who puts her religion to the side, she said at a meeting,
Right.
and Jim Avalos.
Right, Mrs. Avalos'
The two
wife.
majorities.
Yep.
You know, 2 members in one, 2 members in one. How many people know that?
So yeah, well, hopefully everybody that's watching now knows it, but
Yeah.
we've been talking about it for years.
Yeah, so we know it, so we don't like it because we see it. We're trying to get everybody else to see it. Oh, man.
So anyway, that's this week.
Yeah, man. Hey, please like, subscribe. Fedor 2022.
If you're in my district.
Yeah, if you're in the district.
If you're not, vote anyway.
Yeah, or talk to somebody.
That's it.
All right, thanks, guys, for watching.
Bye, Selma.
Bye.